Stuff is just stacked in here. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I gotta end that. And that's what I'm gonna do. In the back of my Kodiak truck here, I have a lot of stuff. And I'm really not sure exactly what I have because I'm unorganized. So I'm going to build shelves. I'm going to get some scrap steel from the shipping container storage compartment. And I am going to fabricate steel, but lightweight, shelves in this Kodiak and make it a permanent fixture so I can just store stuff where it's easily accessible and I don't have to rifle through everything to see if I got what I need. That's the plan. Show you what I'm going to do. Okay, here is pretty much all the crap that I have in the back seat of the Kodiak. And on the bicycles, that obviously it's only going to be able to go one place, and that's where I have it, right behind the seats. And this box here, I think, is back seat air conditioning. So this is going to have to stay where it's at. So I'm going to build some shelves right up the side of this. Get these life jackets down. This is going to have to be moved, obviously. And I'm going to fabricate a shelf system to where I can just stack everything so I can have easy access to it. Now, keeping in mind, I don't have to worry about being able to see out the back window here because I can't anyway. So I could just cover that right up. And that's not going to be a problem. So I'm going to move that fire extinguisher holder. I think I'm going to move this. This is just a little storage compartment that used to sit behind the seats here. Well, you know what? We're going to play this by ear. So I'm going to get everything out of here and get to the metal shop. Take some measurements, then get to the metal shop. That was right in the way of everything right there. We'll move this out of the way. Yeah, we might leave this. This may come in handy, this little shelving unit here. 63 inches long. I gotta walk back and forth between here and the metal shop, and the grass is just soaking wet. I love wearing tennis shoes because they're so comfortable, lightweight, but they get soaked going back and forth. We'll double check our measurements and we'll build it. Like I said, I don't have to go back and forth. I could build it probably and then just bring it over and put it on. And of course, we're going to have to make it a system so if you slam on the brakes, it doesn't everything come falling forward. We don't want that. So we'll make sure that doesn't happen in the way we build it. Okay, we had to change our measurements from 63 down to 46 because I had made a mistake. Anyway, it's neither here nor there. Let's make sure we have enough material. So let me pick out some material. I'm sure it's going to be mix match depending on the length of it. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, what I have is this old angle iron that I got for free that was peeled off the side of an old circus wagon. I've been using it up periodically for making boxes and treasure chests and things like that, but this should do nicely. This should do nicely for the long cut pieces. Okay, so I got to cut each 6 of these to 56 inches each. So I think the best way to cut all 6 of them is just to do it at once using my wet bandsaw. Harbor Freight Central Machinery metal cutting bandsaw. I have not used in 6 months. So let's tighten everything up and put her in action. Stack the steel in. Let's get it all cut at once. 6 pieces. Here's how this is a transmission stand from Harbor Freight. This is how I use a level to make sure it's even when I'm going to cut multiple pieces all at once. Okay, we're not looking for perfection here because we're using old pieces and parts, but we do want it to be somewhat accurate. So we'll clean all of this stuff up with a grinder after we get everything cut. Should be close enough. Like I say, you don't have to be perfect, just has to be functional. Right, guys? Yeah, buddy. Okay, there's 6 of them. I did the outside, and I'll have to grind the inside if I have to weld any on the inside, which I will, but I'll just spot weld, so I want it to take too much paint off. Anyway, the reason I had to grind down all 6 of these on the outside is because not only were they rusty, but they were really sharp. And I had to pound out a couple of them, well, one in particular, because it was all bent up. But they had this one, for example. But they had, when they pried these off of that old circus wagon or whatever, it left the edges really sharp. I shouldn't say they pried them off, because if they pried them off, they'd be all bent to shit. They cut them off with a cutting disc, and you know, so they could repurpose them for whatever. Anyway, I ended up with them. So this will be the frame for our shelf unit, or the length frame. I have to cipher quite a bit to figure out how I'm going to fit that solar panel in there. Otherwise, it would just be easy. It'd be shelves, but I want to be able to slide that solar panel in there. So I got to do some more ciphering. I'll probably bring the solar panel over to the metal shop to do some measuring. Okay, so the length looks just right. I think I can do that. Okay, I noticed as part of my arsenal, I have this piece of steel I picked up. obviously this is all repurposed stuff, but it's already bent, and that solar panel looks like it may slide down in there, so I could use a top and a bottom to hold it steady. Will you just look at that? Will you just look at that? Heck yeah! So I'll cut that, put one on the top, one on the bottom, so I could just slide it in there. And that way, it has a little lip here to put the rest of my shelving on. You follow me? Time to break out the chop saw. I have to wipe this down with some acetone. This stuff's got all rusty over the years. Yeah, these bigger ones are going to be for the back. So I'll fit the angle iron onto this, take it to the Kodiak just to make sure, and then weld it up. Okay, so I'm starting the frame. Just going to weld it up on the floor. I don't have any room. So I got the back all welded up. This will be the back toward the window. All right, let's make the front. We don't want to weld it completely, you know, like the sides or anything, until we get it all put together. I have this solid steel square tubing. That's all I have. So that's what we'll use. Did I say square tubing? I meant solid steel. I don't know, I guess I got square tubing on the brain. Solid steel. All right, this has got real slow going because I have a lot of spare steel, but I just didn't have any long enough. So I've been kind of piecing it together. I haven't been filming everything because it's just, it gets too tedious, just too much filming. I got to get to work. Less video, more work. But anyway, I got the basic frame here down. Let me show you. Okay, this is the front toward where the bicycle sits here. Obviously the back. And I got these cross pieces of steel going across here. It's just flat stock. I cut and welded on here. So I didn't put any down on this particular area here because that's where I'm going to slide my solar panel is going to go in there. If I can find that piece I cut, I'm looking for it. It's around here somewhere. Where did I put it? I'll find it. Don't you worry. I found it. Here it is. Anyway, I got this piece of bending steel that I'm going to slide my solar panel in. We're going to put it right here. But I have to get some more of that. I have to cut some more stock, cut some more of that flat stock, and kind of brace this up a tad. So I'm going to tack this down and then get some flat stock and brace it up coming across this way. It's going to be badass. Like that. I put some clamps to it. And I'm going to get some flat stock and go underneath this here all the way down across. You'll see, you'll dig it. This flat stock that I'm going to use for that is a heavier gauge because that's a heavier gauge than the flat stock I've been using. I know you're really excited to hear that. Boys, we're getting there. It's taking a lot longer than I thought it would, but had a few wind gusts. That means I had a few volcanoes, but it's not structural, so we're good to go. We're getting there. I'm running out of I thought I had some of this longer but I'm just having to piece it in because I don't have any more. Well, I got some more, it's just all small. But it's coming together, it's gonna work. It's badass. Like I said, I just have to piece this in. I'll paint it another time, I guess, because I'm gonna not in the mood. Not feeling it right now, but it's coming on. I got the 2 more angle iron circus wagon steel welded up. Well, temporarily welded up. I still have to hit it a little bit stronger. I only got it on one side. Took all day. I got dirty. But I'm calling it done. I'm calling it done, except for paint. I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it. Now, I want to be able to pull this up and down this... Gosh, I'm losing my mind here. Solar panel, this Thunderbolt solar panel. I want to be able to pull it up and down, and I want to be able to put bigger things in here. Hence, I left the shelf spacing out of this way too, so I can stack maybe bigger things here. And that's why I only put this halfway. Because A, it'll be easier to get the solar panels in and out because I could lift a little bit. And B, like I just said, I can set things on there that can be a little bit taller. So, yeah, let's try it out. Let's see how it goes. Boy, was that a long, messy job. But we got her in. We got her in and we got it completely stoked. It's fantastic. Anyway, let me show you. That little compartment for the chainsaw. This little compartment here fits my metal detector. Obviously we have the solar panel slides right in there like I told you. I can get my bike in and out. There's nothing junking up the floor. It just came out way better than I'd hoped. Everything that I had on the floor of this Kodiak is now put up on the shelf, and it came out really good, like I said. Now I can't take the time to get it painted right now because we have adventures to do. So I think in the fall or the spring we'll pull it out of there. When I'm really bored one day, we'll get it painted up. But I don't see any really need for it right now. That door's locked. Let's show you from the cab here. Isn't that sweet? That's awesome. All right. Check y'all later. I think we have some more adventures to do.